Okay, so we just got done talking about counting significant figures. Now let's talk about rounding significant figures. Um, there's a few rules that need to be followed. Rule number one, you're going to look to the right. Rounded. Okay. And then number two, so once you've identified what number you're looking at, all right, most of these rules um, are the exact same as what you've been doing for years. Okay, so if the number to the right, several possibilities. So possibility number one, if it's greater than 5, you are going to round up, just like you always have. Second rule, if it is less than 5, you are going to round down. Okay, and it's not so much round down as it is just stay the same. Okay, so round down slash stay the same. I can't write stay. Okay, and then here's where it gets a little bit different. So um, if it equals 5, right? If the number that you're looking at is 5, and the following number is 0, okay, we're going to round down. Slash stay the same, whatever you want to say. Okay. So if you're looking and you come to a 5, and then you look to the next number, and that's a 0, you're going to round down. The last scenario is if that number equals 5, and the following number is a non-zero. So we talked about non-zeros earlier. So if it is a non-zero, you're going to round up. Okay? And a lot of people like to look at it as two numbers. So if we got, 4.353, and we're rounding this 3, so we're going to look to the 5. A lot of people like to just look at the next two numbers. Okay? So this is a 53, so 50 and below, you round down, and 51 and higher, you round up. Okay, now, if no number is to the right, of a 5, assume it to be a 0. So in the same example, if I said 4.35, and we're going to round the 3, well, we're going to look to the 5. The 5 tells us to look to the next number. There is no next number, so we're going to assume that it's a 0, round it down, and it's going to stick at 4.3. Okay? So those are our rules. So let's do a few examples. Let's say we had 0.03998. Okay, and we wanted 3 significant figures. We want to round to the third significant figure. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is find the third significant figure. Well, we're going to skip these zeros. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. Here's our third significant digit right there, that 9. We're going to look to the 8. The 8 tells the 9 to round up. Okay, and everything else in front of it rounds up as well, so we end up with 0.400. We have to keep these zeros because we want to maintain our 3 significant figures. Okay, here we have 1, 2, 3 significant figures. That's how many it asks for. That's how many we need. Okay, so let's do another one, 4,600. 63, let's say again that we wanted 3 significant digits. Okay, so again, we always start on the left when we're rounding. All right, always start on the left. Okay, so we're going to count to our third significant digit. So it's 1, 2, 3 right there. We're going to round at 3. Okay, sorry, we're going to round the 6. We're going to look to the 3. Well, the 3 tells the 6 to stay the same. So what a lot of people do will just say, okay, it's 406. But you can't round 4,063 to 406. Okay, it just doesn't work like that. So anything to the left of a decimal, so here would be our decimal, anything to the left of the decimal has to be a 0, because we still need this 4 in the thousands place, and this 0 in the hundreds place, and this 6 in the tens place, just like it is in our original question. So don't forget to make sure that 0 stays there. Another example here is a more extreme example of that is people will take 406,390, say, okay, well, we want 2 significant digits or 2 significant figures. Well, here's 1, here's 2. So we're going to look to the 6. Okay. Well, the 6 tells the 0 to round up, so we have 41. But this 0 is in the 10,000s place. We still need it to be in the 10,000s place. Or sorry, yeah, the 10,000s place. So we're going to add our zeros. Okay, so 410,000 is that number rounded to 2 significant digits. And an easy way to look at it is, if you got paid $406,390 in a year, and your boss said, we'll just round it to the nearest, we'll round it to 2 significant figures, you're not going to accept $41. So a lot of people try to write $41 and just totally leave out all of these. Okay, you're not going to accept that as an employee because they're not the same number, it's not the same value. Okay, so make sure you're adding zeros where necessary. Last one, okay, we want 399.52, and we just want 3 significant figures again. So we're going to start on the left, work our way to the right. So we have 1, 2, 3. Here's our third significant digit. We're going to look to the 5. 5 tells us to look to the next number. The next number is a non-zero. So we're going to round up. Or we're going to look at these as a whole. So 52, okay, so 52 is going to tell us to round up. All right, so our answer is 400. Okay, but we need 3 significant digits. So how do we get to 3 significant digits? Well, the easiest thing to do is to put a decimal there. That way those zeros are now significant. Okay, so make sure that you're always starting on the left when you're rounding, and make sure that you're keeping your numbers in the appropriate placeholders. Okay, so if the number is in the hundreds place, you want to keep it in the hundreds place. Okay, that's rounding significant digits.